Welcome to Fenway Park as we play day baseball. It's the middle game of a 3-game series between the Seattle Mariners and the Boston Red Sox. Welcome inside the broadcast with everybody. I'm Don Orsillo along with Jerry Remy. Welcome to Red Sox baseball. Well, things have not gone well for the Red Sox, but one thing is for sure, the middle of the lineup is very solid. Red Sox have good 3 and 4 hitters, part of our Coors Light Cold Hard Facts.
Well, ever since Yoenis Cespedes has come over to the Red Sox, David Ortiz has really taken off. The numbers are just absolutely incredible for him since the Cespedes deal. And you see what he's done in 17 games, a .375 batting average, 5 home runs and 16 RBIs. Since Yoenis has been here, 19 games, .230, but 4 home runs and 16 RBIs for him also. So the Red Sox have been successful in lengthening that lineup out between Ortiz, Cespedes, and Napoli, of course. Napoli back in the lineup today. But it makes a big difference when they have more than just one guy to worry about in the lineup. Ortiz is seeing better pitches to hit. He's using the opposite field, and he is on fire.
Now the Red Sox are going to bounce back here today against the Mariners. Come back and join us. It's Game 2, and it's next on NESN. Southwest Airlines, Dunkin' Donuts, your New England Kia dealers, McDonald's, I'm loving it, and by Toyota's website for deals by Toyota.com. Welcome back to Fenway Park. The Red Sox have taken the field today for Game 2 of the series. Let's check out the visiting Seattle Mariners starting 9. Austin Jackson leads it off. He's in center field with Dustin Ackley in left. Robinson Cano at second base bats third with Kenrys Morales at first base. Kyle Seager at third base. Kristen Orfia, the right fielder, bats sixth. Andy Chavez is the DH today. Chris Taylor gets the start at short, and Jesus Sucre does the catching and bats ninth. Today's Red Sox starting pitcher, presented by your New England Audi dealers. Experience the all-new 2015 Audi A3 today. Now, the number is not great for Workman, but he's actually pitched better than the record certainly indicates. He is 1-7. His 16th appearance, 12th start of the year, a 4.26 earned run average, 53 Ks along the way, and opponents hitting at .233 against Workman. Did take the loss, but pitched very well against the Angels last time out. 7 innings, giving up 2 runs, striking out 5.
The Red Sox defense is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. They are 8th in the league with 75 errors on the season. Will Middlebrooks will be at third base. Brock Holt, the shortstop. Dustin Pedroia at second. Mike Napoli at first. Left to right, Yoenis Cespedes, Mookie Betts, Daniel Nava, and David Ross doing the catching for Workman.
Angel Hernandez has the plate today, calling the balls and strikes, with Vic Carapazza at first base, Pat Hoberg at second base, and Larry Van Over, the umpire, at third. This game is available in Spanish. The SAP function is brought to you by the new Captain Morgan White Rum.
Buenas tardes, amigos.
A cloud-covered Fenway behind Fenway Park, 71 degrees. With the wind in from right field at 12 miles per hour. Forecast partly cloudy for the remainder of the day, as the Red Sox and Mariners play the second game of this 3-game weekend series. Former Detroit Tiger Austin Jackson stands in, and he was a big part of the come-from-behind victory last night for the Mariners with a wall ball double that plated 2 runs. Workman ready here to begin the ball game, and the first pitch of the ball game is going to miss high for ball 1. Jackson coming in hitting at .265, 4 homers and 40 runs batted in between his time in Detroit and in Seattle.
First 2 pitches upstairs for Workman. One thing he was able to do last time out was keep the ball down in the strike zone. That was against the Los Angeles Angels.
7th start of the year at Fenway Park, and looking to snap a career-long 7-game losing streak. Started on June 27th against the Yankees. He's thrown a quality start in 2 of his last 4 starts. Run support's been an issue. Red Sox have given him 3 runs of support or less in all 11 of his starts. 2-1 pitch is in, and it's 3-1. Now for Workman, he struck out a career-high 9 batters in 6 innings of 1-run ball in his only career start against Seattle, July 30th of last year. Battles back here, full count. Well, Mariners with the win last night find themselves 7 games back of the Angels in the AL West. As far as the wild card goes, the Mariners now tied with Oakland for the 2 wild card spots. Season ended today, they would be part of the postseason. On the ground left side, and surrounding it is Holt. Off balance throw in time. That's played by Brock Holt, the shortstop, for the first out.
Xander Bogaerts out of the lineup today. Remember, he got hit in the head last night with an off-speed pitch by Felix Hernandez, so a precautionary day off. Nice big bounce at the end there for Holt, and makes the throw running toward the infield to get the out. Brock Holt continues to move around the field. Today gets to start at shortstop, where he finished up last night.
A series of tests being taken on Xander Bogaerts, really, that is league mandated. And one of the really good things the league has done over the last couple of years, a series of tests you have to take after that type situation to get cleared to play. And of course, they also added the 7-day DL, the concussion list, but he's not on that and continues to be monitored here in this first 24 hours after being hit in the head last night. But by all accounts, things going well so far for Xander. Dustin Ackley, the batter. Sprays it foul off to the left. Certainly scary last night when this came in, but Jerry, as you pointed out, off-speed pitch.
Yeah, certainly no intent there by Hernandez. It was a changeup that he threw that, I mean, it's never good to get hit in the head, but thank goodness it was an off-speed pitch, a changeup.
One-two pitch in the dirt, and it evens it count at 2-2. .252 with 8 homers and 50 runs batted in for Ackley, the former Seattle second baseman who shifts to the outfield, the addition of Robinson Cano during the offseason. It's at .310 since the break. And hits one in the air down the left field line. Cespedes headed towards the corner, but that'll go foul. Ackley against lefties at 240. All of his home runs against right-handed pitching. And a foul back and below us. Ackley hitting better on the road than he does at home. A 275 average away, 222 at home at Safeco Field. And of course, some pretty big dimensions at Safeco Field, and even with the fences coming in.
Yeah, not exactly a hitter's paradise out there in Seattle.
Well, he does have more home runs at home than he does on the road. 2-2 pitch. And it's fouled straight back. A piece of Angel Hernandez. Home plate umpire doing a little inventory on the mask.
Foul tip catches Hernandez square around the chin area.
Well, 10 pitch at bat here for Ackley. 10th pitch will be coming up. Robinson Cano on deck. One out here in the Seattle first inning. Line down the right field line, foul.
A lot of room down that right field line for Ackley because they are shading him to the opposite field in the outfield.
Pitch 11. And this one is sent foul down the left field line. So I imagine you're in the box this long and get to see a pitcher this long. You got to feel relatively comfortable, I would think, at some point.
I disagree with you. I mean, you've had some good swings. You fouled off a lot of pitches, but sometimes you get caught in a trap looking for certain pitches that, have been either away from you, and all of a sudden he buzzes you inside, and you just, you're not ready for it.
A lot of those pitches strikes as you look at the diagram. There's pitch 12, and it is ball 4. He didn't go. So Ackley wins the battle and heads down to first base. Well, fans, you can test your Red Sox IQ right now. The MLB Preplay mobile app. Download for free and start predicting every bat of every Red Sox game all season. Today, Preplay predicts Brandon Workman will go 6 innings, allowing 7 hits, giving up 3 earned runs and striking out 5.
Well, in that case, it certainly worked in Ackley's favor because he saw so many pitches and he saw every pitch that Workman has.
He's aboard at first with 1 down for Robinson Cano. Cano takes strike 1. 2 for 5 in the game last night with a double and an RBI. Comes in with a modest 3-game hitting streak. Started his 5th straight All-Star game this year at second base, even though he has changed venues from New York to Seattle.
That's quite a culture change too, isn't it? Going from New York to Seattle. From all the big buildings to the beautiful Northwest.
And all the travel that is involved with being a Seattle Mariner. They are headed back home tomorrow after the conclusion of this series. That is generally a 6-hour flight. Cano with a swing and a miss, and Workman strikes him out. First strikeout for Brendan Workman, 2 down.
And there's that very good curveball from Workman. He had a very sharp one last time out, and he shows a sharp one right here to Cano. Starts at belt high and it finishes down around below the shins.
So 2 down for Kendrys Morales. First baseman at .224, 4 homers and 30 runs batted in. So the Mariners last year started this year with the Minnesota Twins. Came over to Seattle on the 24th of July in exchange for right-handed pitcher Scott Pryor. It is Mariners' debut on the 25th of July of this year anyway. Runner goes and takes second base virtually before the pitch was thrown.
Yeah, not even a look over at first base by Workman, and just watch this running lead. I tell you, I've been in that position as a base runner, and all you're hoping for is he doesn't see that you've gone. Because then all they got to do is step off and throw to second base, and you're out.
That is quite a jump right there.
That's a great jump.
3/4 of the way to second base. Now in scoring position now at 2 down. And Morales grounds one by the outstretched glove of Workman, but Pedroia will throw him out to end the inning. So the Mariners don't score at the top of the first. Red Sox coming up. Coming up in the bottom of the first, and they will deal with today's Mariners starting pitcher, presented by your New England Nissan dealers. Chris Young, his 26th appearance, 25th start. He's 12-6 with a 3.07 earned run average. He's logged 146 and 2/3 innings, 92 strikeouts, and opponents hitting at just .216 against the tall right-hander. Last time out, a win against the Tigers, 6 shutout innings against Detroit. Deals to Brock Holt, who takes ball 1. Red Sox going to see 3 very good starting pitchers in this series against the Mariners. In there for a strike, 1-1. And really, that's what the Mariners have done the best this year. That's pitch. They've been terrific as a staff. This is line to right, and a ringing single for Brock Holt to begin the bottom of the first inning. Let's check out the rest of the Red Sox starting lineup. It's brought to you by McDonald's. I'm loving it. Just saw Brock Holt. He's at short with Dustin Pedroia batting second at second base. David Ortiz, the DH, with Yoenis Cespedes in left. Mike Napoli back in the lineup at first base. Had some back spasms out the last couple of days. Daniel Nava is in right with Will Middlebrooks back at third base. Mookie Betts in center, and David Ross does the catching. The day game after the night game. Lead runner on for Boston, and here is Dustin Pedroia. As Sucre hops up like he's going to fire down to first base. Pedroia 281, 5 homers and 45 runs batted in. Lined a fair ball down the left field line that was grabbed by a fan. So it'll be second and third here for the Red Sox with nobody out.
2 ringing base hits here by the Red Sox to start this game. Brock Holt first of all with a line drive to right, and now Pedroia with a line drive down that left field line. Fastball middle in, he hooks it. Fair territory, and then bounces into the glove of number 9.
He feels very bad about it.
Yeah, don't let it bother you that much.
So second and third and nobody out. David Ortiz, the batter, as they stack it up on the right side and into the shift here on Big Papi. Ortiz at 266, 30 homers and 93 runs batted in. David didn't like it, called a strike. Last 4 games, 10 for 12. Very high, and it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Last time Young faced the Red Sox was a long time ago, back in 2007 when he was with the San Diego Padres. He's been with a lot of different organizations throughout his career.
Ortiz pops it up, sending Cano to the short lawn and right. Now into foul ground to make the catch for the first out of the inning.
The Seattle defense is the best in the American League. Number 1, 58 errors on the season. Kyle Seager at third base. Chris Taylor, the shortstop. Robinson Cano at second. Kendrys Morales, the first baseman. Left to right, Dustin Ackley, Austin Jackson, and Kristen Offia. And Jesus Sucre doing the catching for Young.
1 out, second and third, and Yoenis Cespedes coming up here for the Red Sox. Chance to do some damage here with runners at second and third and 1 away. And Cespedes at 252. A blast last night, a 3-run home run. His 21st of the year, 4th in a Red Sox uniform, and 83 RBIs on the year for Yoenis Cespedes. Time called. Young calls out Sucre. Well, the home run last night cleared absolutely everything in left field. It was a blast last night for Cespedes. This is what he is capable of.
And things were looking pretty good for the Red Sox at that point. A 3-0 lead.
With 2 outs and 2 strikes even in the 9th inning, things were still okay. But 5 runs later, and Koji Uehara tagged with a loss, as were the Red Sox in game 1 of the series. .291 with runners in scoring position for Cespedes, including 7 home runs. And a swing and a miss, fooled 1 and 2.
And slider right there from Young, and keeping the ball away from Cespedes.
Young, 35 years of age. Fly ball the other way to right field, sending to Northfield back. Now he's coming on to get ready for the throw. His throw will go to third, and a run will score. Brock Holt scores the game's first run. Red Sox lead it 1-0. Sac fly for Cespedes.
Now Cespedes picks up his 84th RBI this season as he gets the fastball on the outside part of the plate, gets underneath it a little bit. Momentum coming in from D'Onofrio, but he doesn't try to throw home. He just goes to third base to the cutoff man, and the Red Sox pick up a run.
Two down. Pedroia still at second base, and Mike Napoli the batter. 266, 15 homers, and 45 runs batted in for Napoli. This will get away from Sucre, but no advance for Pedroia. Let's take a look at our Chevy key player to watch. Mike Napoli has reached base safely in 15 straight games. 385 on base percentage. It was 1 for 9 in the series against the Angels, and again, back spasms kept him out of the lineup the last 2 days. Back at first base today for Boston. Pedroia at second base with 2 down here in the Boston first inning. Chris Young was an all-star in 07 with the Padres. Prior to this year, last pitched in the majors in 2012 with the Mets. And 20 starts for the Mets. 6'10".
Played basketball and baseball at Princeton.
One of the Pirates, Expos, Rangers, Padres, Mets, Nationals, and now Mariners, and he walks Mike Napoli. Heads down to first base. Let's time now for the list presented by Benjamin Moore, tallest active players in the majors, and Young tops him at 6'10". Second tallest player in Mariners history, Randy Johnson first. As you see the list, it's amazing. Dylan Betances, you forget about how tall he is really with the Yankees, 6'8", having a great year.
Big dude. With a very good arm.
Yes. First and second, 2 down. Daniel Nava the batter. And ball 1. Sucre will head out and talk to Young.
Velocity on the fastball, not that much right now for Young. About 85 miles an hour, 85, 86 miles an hour on the fastball.
He has peaked out at 87 miles an hour. Low again, 2-0. Young signed with the Mariners as a free agent end of March. He had been released by the Nationals. It's a non-roster invitee with Washington in spring training. And comes into this game with 12 wins on the year. He is 12-6. It's a big part of the success for Seattle this year. Don Orsillo, Jerry Remy, and Gary Streisky with you in Game 2 of a 3-game series. It's been the Seattle Mariners and the Boston Red Sox. Boston on top 1-0 in the first. As Nava takes a high strike call, and it evens at 2-2.
Slider right at the top of the strike zone that time from Young.
Will Middlebrooks waiting on deck. A little bit high for ball 3. His last 11 starts dating back to June 16th, 7-2. A nifty 2.45 earned run average. And for whatever reason, over the course of his career, he's been outstanding during the day. 21-9 in his career during the day with a 2.87. Payoff pitch. And it is line foul. Two down, 2 on. Pedroia at second base, Napoli at first. They'll be off again. Payoff pitch. Up high, ball 40, walks Napoli. So back-to-back walks allowed by Young. And the bases are loaded. Rick Waits looks like he is going to be headed out there, the pitching coach for the M's. The Red Sox Nation, send us your call of a Red Sox highlight or big moment, and we'll play the best on our broadcast and give you feedback. Log on at SN.com/OnTV to get started. Two down, bases loaded here, and Will Middlebrooks coming up. Red Sox already have a run in. Middlebrooks checks in at 187 heading into today's game with 2 homers and 11 runs batted in. 0 for 4 in the ball game last night. 5 for 22 on the homestand. Foul back for strike 1. Three for 5 with the bases loaded. Pedroia at third, Napoli at second, Nava at first. Middlebrooks sitting at 409 with the bases loaded in his career. There's 3 grand slams to his credit. And a pop up this time. Around the mound, Young looks like he wants it, and he's going to take it to end the inning. So the pitcher takes care of business. Red Sox leave them loaded but get a run and lead it 1-0. Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. A beautiful day in Boston. Not a bad day to be on the water, and certainly not a bad day to be at Fenway Park. Red Sox have a 1-0 advantage as we head to inning number 2. Kyle Seager, Chris Denorfia, and Endy Chavez. Brandon Workman has a lead for the first time today. Kyle Seager, some good power numbers, 19 homers and 78 runs batted in. Leads the team in both categories. And bats out of the number 5 spot, an all-star this year. Outside for a ball, 2-1. Kyle Seager last night 0 for 3 with a strikeout in the game. Goes the other way and gets a base hit into left field. And send it down to Gary.
Well, guys, the Red Sox have made it official, announcing the signing of outfielder Rusney Castillo to a 7-year deal that'll keep him in a Boston uniform through 2020. Now, we're not exactly sure what the Red Sox are getting, but I'm pretty sure you're going to like the comparisons. John Farrell explained in our Geico quote of the day.
He's obviously a very strong-looking athlete. It's maybe a little bit shorter version of Puig. You get a similar proportion to that type of body. So what that means performance-wise, we'll see. But, we're confident in the athleticism and the overall strength.
Well, exciting signing, no doubt about it. Castillo, 27 years of age. I think at 319, 75 doubles, 51 home runs, 360 games, 5 seasons in Cuba's major league. And a little information on him. Coming days, he'll report to the Red Sox Fenway South facility in Fort Myers to resume baseball activities. And then we'll work his way through the minor leagues. This is softly lined and caught at shortstop by Brock Holt. Able to duck back and reel it in to retire Chris Denorfia. Castillo was here earlier this morning as part of his checkup and visiting with Robinson Cano and others here at the ballpark, and we will see him soon. It should be very exciting to see him here. 5'9", 205 pounds. Last played last year, 2012-2013 season.
Well, if he has the same success as other Cubans who have come over here, the Red Sox have something.
Throw to first base, and back is Seager. And there for a strike, and it is 0-1 to Endy Chavez, the DH for the Mariners, batting out of the number 7 spot. Chavez 1 for 1 last night with a run. He walked 3 times in last night's game, and a good road trip for Seattle, 5 for 11.
There are a lot of teams in the sweepstakes too for Castillo, and of course the Red Sox giving out that contract to him. So we will see him, I'm sure, before the end of the season here at Fenway Park.
This is line foul down the right field line, back into the seats, and it's 1-2. He's taken in the ball game today. Newly signed to the Boston Red Sox. He's already a major league dresser, Jerry.
Yeah.
Like the vest. For the first, and back to the bag is Seager. Late swing, fouled off to the left, up into the seats. Seager with a single to begin the inning. Denorfia lines out for the first out here of the second inning. Now Andy Chavez waiting on a 1-2 pitch. To left and foul.
Keeping that fastball away from Chavez, and Chavez reaching out, fouling it off, giving himself another chance. And making Workman work in this at bat.
Had to work a lot in the first inning through 25 first inning pitches. There's pitch 38 of his outing, and it's right back at him up the middle and into center field. Andy Chavez with the base hit, second hit of the inning here for the Mariners, and it's first and second with one out. Let's time out for the twisted but true fact of the game. Last night was the second time this season the Mariners were scoreless until 2 outs in the ninth, produced a 5-run rally. They did the same thing during a 5-0 victory over the Tampa Bay Rays on June 8th in St. Pete. No other team has done that since 2003. The Angels versus Cleveland, and Seattle has done it twice in 2014. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea, the refreshing hard iced tea, tastes like real iced tea. Be a little twisted. Did not see that coming last night, Jerry.
What's that?
Did not see that coming last night.
No, I had that down as a W.
Rolled over foul. Chris Taylor getting the start today, came in defensively in last night's game. .338 average for him. No homers and 4 runs batted in. And safely in 15 of his last 22 games. Yes, he takes strike 1. Actually, strike 2. Taylor came up on July the 24th from AAA Tacoma. Made his major league debut that night on the 24th of July. At .328 in 75 games for Tacoma. Close pitch, called the ball. Workman wanted that.
I wanted that real bad. Snapped off another very good curveball and just apparently missing the outside corner.
Swing and a foul tip held onto by David Ross for strike 3. Second strikeout for Workman. 2 down.
Now this time he goes back to the curveball, and this time a little bit more of the plate, the swing and the strikeout. So a big strikeout for Workman with the man in scoring position.
Two down, first and second. Jesus Sucre, the batter. 182 average coming in as Workman backs off the hill. Sucre starting the day game after the night game. Mike Zunino started last night's game. He had a tough game. 0 for 4, striking out 4 times in the game. Sucre hits it on the ground and into left field, a base hit. Seager is going to be waved around. Cespedes with the throw, and very out at the plate is Kyle Seager. Cespedes showing off the arm again. Mariners trying to get one in with 2 outs, but they're out, and Workman is out of the inning. CVS Pharmacy will make a donation to Boston Children's Hospital towards a $25,000 donation once again this season. CVS Pharmacy is the official pharmacy of the Boston Red Sox. And we head here to the bottom of the second inning. Red Sox have a 1-0 lead as Mookie Betts leads it off and takes ball one. That's 228 with a home run, 2 runs batted in.
Now Cespedes with another great throw to home plate, and that's his second assist in a Red Sox uniform. It was no contest that time.
This is his 14th of the year, and that leads the majors. Four-pitch walk to lead off the second inning for Betts. Third given up by Young. Send it down to Gary.
Guys, the new sign on TC with today's poll question. Which is your favorite baseball song? Sox 1 for Center Field, Sox 2 for Glory Days, Sox 3, Take Me Out to the Ball Game, or Sox 4, Tessie. Text your answer 536-536. Message and data rates, those may apply. Text help if you need it. Visit NESN.com/terms for all that fun legal stuff, guys.
I'm going Take Me Out to the Ball Game, Jerry.
I'm going center field.
The problem with center field is that I've heard it about 1 million times between the minor leagues and the major leagues, and it just
how many times are you going to take me out of the ball game? I mean,
yeah, but that's a classic. It's
every day.
It's a classic.
I mean, you're sick of center field.
Yeah,
I mean,
sick of it.
Take Me Out of the Ball Game is every day.
I don't know what it is. Center field kind of grades at me after a while.
Does it?
Yeah.
John Fogerty?
Yeah. High and a snap throw to first. And back to the bag is Mookie Betts. Walks have been an issue so far for Chris Young. He's walked 3 in an inning plus. And a leadoff walk here to begin the bottom of the second inning. Betts takes off, a swing and a miss for a strike, and the throw is slid by the bag but kept the hand on the bag. Stolen base for Mookie Betts.
Yeah, Mookie Betts almost went right by that bag, and Sucre with a good throw to second base. Watch Betts slide late, very late. And Cano covering the bag keeps the glove down just in case that hand comes up, but it did not leave the bag.
Betts in scoring position with nobody out, and David Ross down on the count 1-2. Rolls it over foul. Well, Tessie has jumped right out there, Jerry, at 42%.
And gaining.
Top of the Red Sox order, Brock Holt waiting on deck. On the ground, a fair ball. Down the left field line to the corner. Mookie Betts will score without a problem. Dustin Ackley digs it out as David Ross with an RBI double cruises into second base. And the Red Sox take a 2-0 lead.
Ross came into the game 1 for 3. That one hit was a home run against Young in his career. This time a top spin ground ball right down the third base line and gets by the stands and rolls all the way down into the corner. That allows Ross to get in a scoring position at second base. So he's come back with a couple of hits since returning from the foot problem.
So Ross at second base, Brock Holt standing in. Brock a single and a run scored in the first inning. Red Sox have had the lead runner get on in the first and in the second, and both of them have scored. So Chris Young not helping himself. The high strike call, and it evens at 1-1. Brock Holt with a base hit in the first inning broke up a string of 0 for his last 13. Line and caught, and they'll turn it into 2 as Robinson Cano gets it to second base where Taylor covers the bag, and David Ross doubled off, 2 down.
And there's nothing Ross could do about that. That ball was hit so hard that he just had about time to take his secondary lead at second base. And Cano just taking his time, waiting for the shortstop to get over, and they double up Ross at second base. Not much you can do as a base runner in that situation.
2 down, bases empty for Dustin Pedroia. And Dustin taking strike 1. He doubled in the first inning as one of the 3 Boston hits on the day. Shane Victorino in the house today. Still recuperating from the back surgery. David Ortiz waiting on deck. There are 2 outs here in the second inning. In the air to left field, struck well. Ackley going back. It's going to be off the scoreboard. There's the carom quickly on the throw, and it's going to get by, and Pedroia's going to get to second. About halfway there, wait to see where that throw is going to go. And then alertly gets to second base.
And the good part about that, Pedroia, he gets to read that because that's right in front of him. First of all, the hanging breaking ball that Pedroia takes off the wall out there in left field. And as he's heading towards second base, he sees the direction of the throw. And he knows it's got to be offline, so he just continues on and gets in a scoring position.
It's a single and an error. The throw back in from Dustin Ackley. Second hit of the game for Pedroia. Now in scoring position with 2 down, and Ortiz will get a chance.
That's very good heads-up base running there by Pedroia.
Mariners in the shift on the right side as Ortiz takes ball 1. David fouled out to Kendry Morales, the first baseman in the first inning. Popped up left side. Kyle Seager, the third baseman, shading his eyes. Makes the catch that ends the inning. A little bit of a bobble there, but he holds on. Red Sox add a run, take a 2-0 lead through 2.
going to mention it.
Mariners. These aerial views of Boston and of Fenway Park are brought to you by Hood, official dairy of the Boston Red Sox. Follow the Hood Blimp and enter to win prizes this summer. Visit the Hood Facebook page or follow at Hood Blimp on Twitter.
Sometimes I don't get Martin art. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was a shot of Martin art. To me, it looked like two big rolls of toilet paper. Yellow.
To third, picked by Middlebrooks, right at the edge of the grass. And he throws out Austin Jackson for the first out of the third inning. There was a window, though, in there, though. See the window?
Yeah, I see it. But the roll on top looks, legitimate. Just a different color, that's all. And like the buildings are all crooked. But I guess that's the way things are nowadays, right?
Here's Dustin Ackley. Ackley takes strike one. He walked in the first inning, stole a base. That was left in scoring position. Mariners have had their chances. They have left three men on through the first two innings. Now liner to left. Cespedes coming in to make the catch on the sinking liner.
Oh. He makes a beautiful catch on a sinking line drive, as Don mentioned, then throws a seed right at the ankles of Brock Holt. Watch the throw. Boom.
Two down here in the third inning, and it brings up Robinson Cano. Workman can use a quick inning here from a pitch count standpoint. 44 pitches through the first two innings. There's two outs on four pitches here in the third. On the ground right side, Pedroia with a shift on will get it to first. And a 1-2-3 inning, and it was economical for Workman. Lead over the Mariners as we head to the last half of the third inning. Cespedes, Mike Napoli, and Daniel Nava. And Cespedes taking strike one and a sac fly in the first inning and picked up his 84th RBI of the year. Drills this to center field. Back, and it is off the wall. The ricochet to Austin Jackson, who knocks it down. Cespedes is thinking 3. No problem, 3. Head first slide for Yoenis Cespedes.
Now, what an afternoon he's having so far. Throwing and running around at home plate. The sacrifice fly back in the first inning, and now a triple. It's a rocket off that wall in center field, towards center field. And the carom right there is going to be bobbled just a little bit by Austin Jackson, and off goes Cespedes to third base. He's got very good speed.
They have ruled it a double and an error charged to Austin Jackson out in center field.
I don't think Cespedes had any intention of stopping.
So the second miscue of the day now for the Mariners. Mike Napoli walked in the first inning, left at second base. To right field. Chris Denorfia goes back and makes the catch. Here comes Cespedes, and the throw will be cut off. It is 3-0 Boston for the second straight game against the Mariners. And Mike Napoli picks up his 46th RBI of the year.
And nice job by Napoli, reaching out for a pitch that's away from him and driving it deep enough to the opposite field to get Cespedes home. You know, when you have speed at third base like Cespedes, you don't have to hit it all that great to get that run home. Plenty to spare there.
Now Nava will take a pitch down low for ball 1. Nava walked in the first inning. Total of 3 walks given up by Young. There's a strike, 3-1. Strike called as Nava was headed to first base. Generous call at that.
You can see why Nava had a step toward first base. This ball down and away. But the strike called. And back to work goes Nava.
On the ground up the middle ranging is Taylor, who throws out Nava for the second out of the third inning. RBI Baseball is back with all 30 MLB teams and 2014 players. Get the retro 2-button style baseball game you've been missing. Visit RBIGame.com for more details and download today on your console and mobile device. Run in, 2 down. Will Middlebrooks popped out to the pitcher, Chris Young, in the first inning. Came up with the bases loaded and swings and misses here for strike 1.
Next time you go in a Nesson, Don, you should check. I think there's a couple of packages for us over there from Stratomatic.
I got one. I got it.
Oh, you got it?
I got it.
From Nesson?
Yes.
Did you bring mine?
There. I did not bring yours.
Thank
no.
you. Thanks.
You're welcome. I actually didn't see yours. This one is in the air to right field down the line. Over is Denorfia, and that ball is a foul ball. Actually, you know what? Gary Roy dropped mine off. I didn't go to Nesson to get it.
He came to the ballpark with him?
Came to the booth here and brought it. And I took a look at it, and it looks pretty cool.
Oh, you're going to enjoy it. I mean, you're going to have a ball this offseason. You can announce it, too, while you're playing.
They gave me my own card.
Oh, you got your own card?
I got my own card.
Really?
Yes. So I guess I can insert myself in the lineup now.
You can play. You can play.
It had a breakdown of everything, and I haven't read the rules or how it even works. It looks complicated.
No, it's not that complicated.
Okay.
No.
Because it has a look of being complicated.
No, it's really not. I mean, you can be everything. You can be manager, general manager. You can be a player. You get your own card. You can be a player.
I want to be a player.
Oh, it's going to be great. See if you can hit 250 in the big leagues.
And it's all based on the roll of the dice?
Yeah, you'll get it. I'm not going to try to explain it to you, but it's not that difficult, really.
I mean, could I be an all-star or a Hall of Famer by the end of this? Is into center field. Will Middlebrooks with his first hit of the series. A 2-out single back up the middle.
I'll bet you got a stud card, because if they made a card special for you, now you've got no background in Major League Baseball, obviously, so you have no stats to go on.
No.
So I'll bet you they gave you a loaded card. And I'll bet you're going to be like the MVP of the league.
I'll have to take a look. I have the card, and I'll show it to you. I think I took a picture of it.
You do?
I'll show you and see. See, I have no idea what the numbers even mean. So you'll have to tell me. Probably going to hit fourth, I think. Pitch in there for a strike. Do you go on the road?
You can play any schedule you want.
Really?
You can play the whole Red Sox schedule if you want. You can play all of Major League Baseball schedule if you want. You know,
because I'd like to restructure my deal. If I'm going to be an all-star and a Hall of Famer, I'm going to need a suite on the road.
Well, you better hope for a good roll of the dice. But I guarantee they stocked your card. I guarantee it. You might be MVP of the league, and you'll be dry. You'll have a suite next year. Message have to give you a suite. You have a driver. Have people all around you all the time, you know, doing everything for you.
An entourage. That's what I need. A dontourage.
Yeah.
Dontourage. People for people, you know?
Yeah.
Fouled off the end of the bat. Foul. 1-2.
If they sent me one, I hope they didn't give me my card, because
based on your actual stats.
And you can announce too
while I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I've had enough of announcing by the time I get home.
You need some practice before you go to spring training.
Maybe in the off season.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Now.
I thought you meant like tonight.
No, bring your headsets home with you this offseason.
On the ground to deep short. Taylor's going to go to second for the force out there that ends the inning. Red Sox get another run and lead it 3-0 at the end of 3. About your community, Eastern Bank is committed to putting you first. Learn all the ways Eastern puts you first at easternbank.com. I started with the guy in red, but now I'm starting to think it's the guy in blue coming out of nowhere here. It's going to win this race.
Yeah, it's a long race, and I think they're just jockeying for position. I would get in front, behind this guy and let him, get a draft.
It's on to the fourth inning. Kendrys Morales leading it off and taking strike one. Morales grounding out to Pedroia at second base in the first inning. Morales, Seager, and Denorfia featured here in the fourth. Red Sox have scored a single run in each of the first 3 innings. And some run support for change here for Brendan Workman. The guy in red is taking off now.
Yeah, he's starting to put some distance between he and his fellow kayakers.
By the dive of Pedroia into right field, a base hit for Morales. 4th hit of the day for the Mariners, a leadoff single here in the 4th inning.
Second time they've had the leadoff man on in this ball game. Seager got a single back in the 2nd inning to lead it off. That ball just kept running away from Dustin Pedroia as he goes into the dive. I'm a little upset.
What's the matter, Jer?
The Stratomatic came to Nesson with my name on it. I know it did because I got a tweet saying that they sent it to me.
That's correct.
So who took my game?
The Stratomatic went to Nesson, and Gary Roy brought it from Nesson to Fenway Park to the booth. This is off the glove of Middlebrooks, and it ends up behind him. And Kyle Seager will be aboard. That was a hot shot. Probably go as a base hit.
Yeah, I think so. That was a tough backhanded play right there for Middlebrooks. It might have got his finger, too. 2 for 2 on the day is Seager. And, yeah, that's going to go as a base hit.
So it came here. Mine got to me. Yours did not.
My game came here, and my game disappeared.
And I believe it went with Gary Roy, if I had to guess. Yeah.
Well, that's not right.
No, I agree.
That's totally wrong.
Yeah. So you have to check with Gary Roy.
I mean, I'm sure it didn't come with Gary Roy's name on the package.
No, it said Jerry Remy. It said Jerry Remy on it. I saw it because it was Jerry Remy and Don Orsillo, and I know me and I know you.
Oh, that's wrong.
So I think you want to check with Nesson PR on that one.
They open on Saturday?
I don't think so. But I have his cell phone number if you'd like to call him.
I think I got it too.
Yep. Sounds like there's going to be an investigation. Yes.
But he doesn't pick up. There it is, Roy. Right there.
Yep. Just push that button and calls in the way.
Well, let's wait till the Red Sox are hitting. Not now.
Interrupt Gary's barbecue. Pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 1-2.
He's probably got the cards all over the living room floor and kids running all over it. Yeah. It's not right. I mean, I don't take stuff that doesn't have my name.
I agree. For years, our director has been fleecing my mailbox at Nesson. This one fouled back. There have been several items that I was told that I had at Nesson that disappeared. All kinds of stuff.
From Roy?
Books, cheese. No, our director, I think, was the guy that did it, Narachi.
Really?
That's what I was told by many inside.
I don't believe that.
You don't think so?
I don't think Michael would do that. Absolutely not. No. We're going to get to the bottom of this today, though. I bet he doesn't pick up.
1-2 pitch is on the ground, foul outside of third. She's happy here at Fenway with a souvenir. And Workman in a jam here. The runner is at first and second, and nobody out in the 4th inning. He's hit to right, an infield hit. Fouled straight back, still 1-2. Well, Workman fresh off a quick inning, 1-2-3 third. And running into some trouble here in the fourth, with Andy Chavez waiting on deck. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Workman coming in with a record of 1-7, a 4.26 ERA. 12th start of the year. Lays down the left field line, a fair ball headed towards the corner. Kendrys Morales will score. Kyle Seager will stop at third. It's an RBI double for Chris Denorfia. And the Mariners are on the board. It's now 3-1 Boston.
It's really the first hanging curveball that Workman has thrown today, and Denorfia jumps all over it and hangs inside. And he rips it down that left field line and get a run home, and second and third for the Mariners with nobody out. So after a very quick third inning, trouble here in the fourth.
Now Andy Chavez, the tying runs in scoring position, spins out of the box as he takes a strike. Singled in the second inning. Seager at third, Denorfia at second. Very late swing for Chavez, 0-2.
Andy Chavez almost looked like he was trying to slap that ball by Middlebrooks down the third baseline.
Swing and a miss. Chavez strikes out. Third K for Workman. And he needed that for the first out here of the fourth inning.
Yeah, that's more like it. Back to the curveball again. No hanger this time. Good, hard, snapping, breaking ball that's down and out of the strike zone and gets that big strikeout with men at second and third base.
Lincoln Insurance, great service, great coverage, and a great price for auto, home, or life insurance. So one down, second and third. Chris Taylor, the batter. He struck out swinging in the second inning. To right field, and this is going to get in for a base hit. Kyle Seager will score, and it's a one-run game. RBI single to right for Chris Taylor, and Seager comes in. It's now 3-2 Boston.
A couple of guys that did not get a start in the game last night paying dividends here in the fourth inning. Denorfia with a double to drive in a run. Now Taylor, who got in the game very late last night, goes to the opposite field to pick up a base hit, and the visit by Juan Nieves to the mound.
Now this is the first of two games on NESN today. Tonight, see how your future Red Sox players are doing with the Pawtucket Red Sox. Beginning at 7, catch the Paw Sox and visit the Buffalo Bisons live on NESN. First and third with one out, 2 runs in here for the Mariners in the fourth inning. And number 9 man Jesus Sucre coming up. He singled in the second inning. Mariners out hitting the Red Sox now 7-6, and put together 4 hits in the inning. This one will get away. Here comes the tying run into Denorfia. He'll score, and it is 3-3. So Workman had a 3-run lead. It's gone. 3-3 ball game now. Wild pitch charge to Workman.
And Workman throwing the curveball about 58 feet that time and bouncing away from Ross. Ross doing everything he can and trying to block that pitch, but especially with the man at third base, but could not. And that quickly we're all tied up at Fenway.
And Taylor moves to second base on the wild pitch, so he's in scoring position now. And he's taking off for third. Pitch will get away, and he'll keep coming. Now he's going to stop about halfway down. He pulls it back. The pitch that gets away from Ross. He was stealing anyway. And now 90 feet away.
We've seen this a few times on this homestand where, you know, the opposition gets something going and they keep the pressure on the Red Sox. That time by stealing third base. Red Sox now have to pull the infield in with the 1 out, man at third.
Workman behind the number 9 man, 3-0. Infield in for Boston with the runner at third base. Now a tie game. Sucre taking, and he takes strike 1. Fouled off down by the shoe tops, and a full count now. Gulf Electricity, they're powering Fenway Park, and they can power your home too. Visit gulfelectricity.com today. Chris Taylor at third base, 1 out, 3 runs in here for the Mariners in the top of the 4th inning. Sucre into left field, a base hit, and from third comes Chris Taylor. The Mariners take a 4-3 lead. RBI single, second hit of the game for the number 9 man, Jesus Sucre.
Now the Mariners, you know, came into this series very low in the league in offense, but they've had a couple of pretty good offensive days. Certainly last night, late in the game, and now in the middle part of the game, putting 4 runs on the board here in the 4th inning.
Sucre at first base, still 1 out, and a pop-up foul out of play for Austin Jackson. 0 for 2 in the game. He's grounded out to short, grounded out to third base. Brandon Workman's pitching line brought to you by Ace Ticket. 3 1/3, 8 hits, 4 runs. All coming here in the top of the 4th inning. Walk 3 Ks. Swing and a miss for Jackson. Has him down 1-2.
Tried to get him right there with the cut fastball up and away, but Jackson, who does strike out a lot, able to make contact and gets another chance with a 1-2 count.
Fouled off again to the right, and it hangs at 1-2. Next pitch will be the 80th of the outing for Brandon Workman. And works here with Still just 1 out in the top of the 4th inning. Mariners have been able to score 4 times on 5 hits in the inning. To center field and a base hit for Austin Jackson. Sucre takes second base. They get 6 hits here in the 4th inning. 2 on for the M's.
That's pretty good hitting there by Austin Jackson, too. That fastball was middle in, and he's able to bring his hands inside the baseball and rifle it up the middle for the base hit. You know, far inside that baseball was, and a lot of times you'll see a broken bat on a pitch like that, but not that time.
Action in the Red Sox pen. Alex Wilson first up. Brendan Workman struggling here in the 4th inning. He's given up 4 runs already. 2 on, 1 out. And Dustin Ackley, the batter. And their first strike over the inside corner. Don Orsillo, Jerry Remy, Gary Streisky from Fenway Park. It is game 2 of a 3-game series between the Red Sox and the Mariners. Seattle winning last night's game 5-3, and today now have a 4-3 lead as they bat in the 4th inning. Ball and a strike to Dustin Ackley. Swing and a miss. Actually, the 8th member of the Mariners to bat here in the 4th inning. In the air to right towards the corner, and that ball is gone. A 3-run home run for Dustin Ackley, his 9th of the year, and the Mariners open it up. It is a 7-3 Seattle lead. They have scored 7 times here in the 4th inning.
And they have hit everything that Brendan Workman has thrown up there in this inning, especially fastballs. That's going to be it for Workman this afternoon.
This unraveled in a hurry. Mariners have a 7-3 lead. The pitching change with 1 out in the 4th inning. from Cumberland Farms. It's made from 100% Arabica coffee for the perfect balance of aroma, body, and taste. Stop in today for a cup of do-it-yourself coffee perfection for only 99 cents, any size. Brandon Workman here in 3 1/3, charged with 7 runs on 10 hits. Happened fast. Seattle with a 7-3 lead. Robinson Cano fouls it off to the left as this call to the bullpen is brought to you by your local New England Ford dealers. Alex Wilson into the game for the Red Sox here in the 4th inning. His 7th appearance, 1-0 with a 1.69 ERA. 4 strikeouts, a walk, and opponents sitting at 2-11 against Alex Wilson. There's a grounder right side. Pedroia to Napoli. 2 down.
It's like a fastball that time from Workman to Ackley, and he just hooks it right down that right field line. Well past the pole and about 3 rows deep into the seats off to the side.
And the Mariners have batted around. Kendrys Morales started the inning with a single to right field. He scored the first Mariners run. Here he is again. Well, starter for the Mariners. Complexion of this one has changed for Chris Young. They've given up a run in each of the first 3 innings, but now is on top 7-3. They've been dealing with David Ross, Brock Holt, Dustin Pedroia in the bottom of the 4th inning. It's a very long wait. One hopper, Brock Holt explodes on him, but he stays with it and throws out Morales to end the inning. A 7-run inning for the Mariners on top 7-3. Seven to 3, Mariners have the lead over the Red Sox thanks to a 7-run top of the 4th inning. Chris Young back on the mound. A bunt bid here for David Ross. They're going to let it go, and it's a good thing he did. Foul ball. Seager had no chance there. No chance he had to let it go, and it goes foul. And Ross, those bad plantar fasciitis problems that he has had on the DL, and tried to beat this out. May have re-injured himself.
See Ross going down that first base line and see if he pulls that up at any point. Not really, but did bend over. And now making his way back to home plate. He had that third baseman deep. And tried to drop it down the third base line, but it kicked the grass and kick foul.
Angel Hernandez giving a little extra time as he cleans off the plate. Swing and a miss. Ross down 0-2. Now Chris Young could use a shutdown inning here after his team comes up with 7 for him. And a good start in that direction as he strikes out Ross for the first out of the 4th inning. Eastern Bank knows small business keeps our economy and community strong. That's why they've been named the #1 SBA lender in Massachusetts 5 years in a row. Eastern Bank, here you're first. Beautiful day on the Charles today and in Boston. You ever taken a sailboat out there, Jerry? I think I know the answer to this even before I ask.
I have not, no. I've driven by it many times, I can tell you that.
I think you're the sailboat kind of guy out there just drifting away on a Saturday afternoon. No?
I don't think so, no. They don't go very fast.
No.
And they tilt.
Yeah, that's the other issue. You get a bad wind gust, you're in the water.
I'm not crazy about that.
Too bad my boat is not really portable. I could bring the Sun Dolphin down here and throw it in the Charles. You know?
You could use that for Don's view.
Yeah.
A view of Boston from his paddle boat.
From the Sun Dolphin. Brock Holt has singled to right, lined into a double play. Scored a run back in the 1st inning.
Actually, I have been in the Charles during the 2004 World Series parade.
A duck boat.
Yep.
Strike 3 to Holt. He doesn't like it as he takes with him the 2nd strikeout for Young, and it's back-to-back Ks for Chris Young.
Well, showing a little bit of control here in the 4th inning, hitting in corners. That ball maybe a little bit outside. Brock Holt didn't like the call.
2 down here in the 4th inning and brings up Dustin Pedroia. 2-for-2 game for the Red Sox second baseman. He is doubled and singled. Fouled back, still 0-2. Are you a Red Sox fan looking for creative ways to fundraise for your nonprofit organization? There is no better place to do so than Fenway Park. Contact our group sales department to learn about this summer's fundraising packages. Go to redsox.com/groups for more details. David Ortiz waiting on deck with 2 outs here in the home half of the 4th inning. In the air fouls. Pedroia's out ahead of that, and it hangs at 1-2. Next pitch will be the 80th for Chris Young through 3 2/3 innings.
His velocity has increased a little bit too in this inning. That last fastball was 87, had 188 in this inning, where for the first 3 innings it was about 85.
On the ground and through a vacated right side. A base hit for Pedroia, who's 3 for 3 in the game now.
And Dustin with 2 strikes, protecting the plate. Got a slider, takes it to the opposite field for his 3rd hit. Double 2 singles. There's a breaking ball that stays up about letter high, and Pedroia going to the opposite field with 2 strikes.
So runner at first to a 2 down. Big Papi David Ortiz, his 3rd look at Chris Young today. Shifting are the Mariners with Robinson Cano in short right field. And Kyle Seager, the 3rd baseman, to the right side of the infield as well, as Ortiz today is fouled out to first and popped out to 3rd base, 0 for 2. Bouncing in, 2-0. In the air, foul down the right field line. On the ground, foul outside of first, and quickly down the line. Seven runs, 10 hits, 2 errors for Seattle. 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Red Sox as Boston bats here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Young backing off. Ball 3, full count. Roy can get a start at first base here with a count of 3-2 and 2 down. Yoenis Cespedes on deck. Red Sox trying to answer a 7-run top half of this inning by the Mariners. Ortiz grounds it foul down by the tarp.
Reaches slider that time to Ortiz. Pulling everything off Young so far in this at bat. Everything, a lot of pitches have been inside. Fastballs and sliders.
Bouncing in, ball 4, and Ortiz will head down to first base. There's the 4th walk given up by Chris Young. There is action for the first time in the Mariners pen. Tom Wilhelmsen is up. Young got 2 quick outs in this inning by striking out Ross and Holt. And it is Lloyd McClendon, the manager, coming out here to talk to Young, not Rick Waits, the pitching coach. Local Dunkin' Donuts franchisees are proud to give back to the communities in which they live and work. Thousands of kids have had the chance to catch a free Sox game thanks to Dunkin' Donuts. Today we welcome the Braintree Youth Group to historic Fenway Park. Dunkin' Donuts, committed to the community. Nice day to be at Fenway Park. Lots of sunshine. 2 on, 2 down, and Yoenis Cespedes, the batter. Red Sox trail by 4 as they bat in the 4th. Foul tip for strike 1. Let's take a look at the pitching line for Chris Young, brought to you by your Eastern Lexus dealers. 3 2/3, 7 hits, 3 runs. He's walked 4, struck out 2, pitch 90 coming up for him in just 3 2/3 innings. Cespedes has a sac fly and a double in the game. Pedroia at second base, Ortiz at first with 2 down. Cespedes not chasing that, and is ahead 3-1. Like Napoli waiting on deck. Look out, Cespedes will take the walk, and this will load the bases. Back-to-back walks allowed by Young. And 5 in all now, and here comes Lloyd McClendon. So that'll do it for Young.
He's seen enough. He got the big lead, but Young not showing that he can hold it.
2 quick strikeouts, a single, then back-to-back walks. Bases loaded. Pitching change from Fenway. The same day, order by 11:30 and get the reliable power and performance of Duracell delivered to your office that afternoon. WB Mason and Duracell, trusted everywhere. In the midst of the bottom of the 4th inning with 2 outs, bases loaded, Tom Wilhelmsen coming in here for the M's. 45th appearance, 1 and 2, 2.15 earned run average. Opponents hitting at just 170 against the right-hander. Has 59 strikeouts in 67 innings. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Mike Napoli, the batter. He'll take strike 1. Wilhelmsen leading the Mariners relievers with 67 innings pitched. Worked more than an inning in 21 of 44 games and 2+ innings in 17 games. So it might be here a little while with the starter chased. Just missing inside.
Young never really looked like he had it today, did he?
No.
He came out with a fastball at about 85 miles an hour. Scuffled through the first inning. Did not have an easy inning at all in the ball game.
Ended up throwing 93 pitches in 3 2/3. Napoli's late on that, and it's 1-2. 97 on the fastball from Wilhelmsen.
Red Sox going to crank it up a little bit now as you get the fastball going from 85 to 88 to now 97.
In the dirt, kicks off of Sucre. Bases loaded here for the Red Sox. 2 down in the inning.
Nice block behind the plate by Sucre on the breaking ball from Wilhelmsen. Takes it right off the top of the chest protector, just under the neck.
Napoli strikes out. Wilhelmsen gets his job done. Red Sox leave him loaded and trail 7-3. As we sail into the 5th inning. Huh? Kyle Seager leads it off here for the Mariners.
You crack yourself up, don't you?
I do, yeah. I enjoy my own humor. I find me very funny at times. Down and into Seager. And it's a ball and a strike. Seager, Denorfia, and Chavez here in the 5th inning. Baseball has come out onto the field over the warning track on the right field side. Nava will run it down.
She didn't even let the kid look at it. Just took it right and put it.
Want to make sure he didn't throw it back.
Yeah.
To right field, Nava now coming in. He'll handle this as well. One down. That's one of the most prestigious horse competitions in North America. Now the Silver Oak Jumper Tournament is on Nesson. Witness the grace and precision of Olympic-level show jumping as world's most talented riders and horses compete at the highest level. The Silver Oak Jumper Tournament is on tomorrow night at 8, presented by Paul Radine.
I'd say that's an expensive business.
I love the outfit. It's
outstanding. Horses, I remember Bob Stanley had some for his daughter. They were very expensive, upkeep and all that. So
maybe that would be a good hobby for you at some point. Horse jumping.
I wouldn't mind trying it.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind
Usually
trying
you
that.
just dismiss stuff, so this is a maybe.
That's a possibility. I don't know how you want to do that though. I've never been on a horse in my life. I've been on a bull.
Really?
Yeah.
The mechanical bull you travel, or
mechanical bull? Yeah. But never a horse.
The short Holt to his left. There are 2 outs here in the 5th inning. Let's see if we can get that done for you. I mean, because the offseason's coming up. What are we, 5-6 weeks away?
Well, they don't do it in the offseason here, do they?
No.
In bad weather, inclement weather?
Probably not. You go to Florida and do it.
Got stuff to do, Don.
Now, I know what you do for these 6 months every day that we're together, but I can't imagine what like October is for you. I mean, what happens like around noon, for instance, when you're generally getting ready to come to the ballpark for the 6 months? I mean, what do you have an off-season routine?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you do. Same thing. So it's the same thing every day.
Yeah, unless I have an appointment I have to go to or something,
Mm-hmm.
or something I have to do, which really doesn't pop up that much in the off season, but there's usually a nap involved every day.
This is line to left, and it is going to be a foul ball. Not much foul ground, but it found it down there, and Chavez is going to come on back.
I mean, what do you do? I mean, you don't do much, do you? I mean, off season?
No, not a lot. But I mean, I fish, I cook a lot, fish a lot.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're so regimented during the season that I just wonder what it's like the first day you don't have to be at the ballpark.
Well, it is a strange feeling.
It'll be different.
To be quite frank, it is odd. That first week you have off after it's been such a long season, and you really don't have to, think about coming into the ballpark in those days. And it's kind of weird. But then you get into your off-season routine. I ride a bike every morning and do stuff like that, and usually spend the afternoon thinking and sleeping.
1-2 pitch just missing, and it's 2-2. I'm doing some of this.
It's done in the offseason.
Yes, that is my grigliata. It's a chicken, sausage, potatoes, carrots. It's outstanding.
Get out of here with that sausage.
It's the center field. Betts is back to make the catch in front of the track. It's a 1-2-3 fifth, halfway through. 7-3 Seattle. AAA will celebrate Carl Yastrzemski's 75th birthday with an exclusive one-on-one sit-down conversation. The Ultimate Red Sox Show, hosted by Tom Caron, Sunday at 6 on NESN. 7-3, the Mariners on top of the Red Sox as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Daniel Nava, Will Middlebrooks, and Mookie Betts. 6, 7, and 8 for the Red Sox expected. Nava's third at bat of the day, walked in the first, grounded out to shortstop in the 3rd inning. Tom Wilhelmsen back on the mound, came in a bases loaded 2-out situation in the 4th inning, got Napoli to strike out, and now back out there to start the 5th. The Mariners starter chased after 3 2/3 innings. Chris Young giving up the 3 runs the Red Sox have. Both starters chased from this game very early. Workman leaving after 3 1/3. He was touched for 10 hits and 7 runs, and currently on the hook. So they'll come down to the bullpens today. Popped up, sending Cano to the outfield grass, battling the sun, but he puts it away for the first out of the bottom of the 5th. Alltown, New England's premier convenience retailer, is committed to supporting the communities they serve. For every home run the Red Sox hit the rest of the season, Alltown will donate $500 to the Cystic Fibrosis Multiple Sclerosis Foundation. Visit cfmsfund.org for more info. 1 out in the 5th inning. Will Middlebrooks looks at strike 1. Will popped out to the pitcher in the 1st inning. Singled to center field in the 3rd, and has one of the 7 Boston hits today. Gets a piece of Sucre, and it's 0-2. Angel Hernandez tried to give a fan of baseball. They couldn't catch it. And ends up with it eventually. Outside, 2-2. Middlebrooks now. Mookie Betts waiting on deck. Red Sox batting here in the bottom of the 5th. And trailing by 4 runs. Second straight game that they've jumped out to a 3-0 lead against the Mariners. Popped up foul and out of play. Ball 4, and Middlebrooks aboard here with 1 out in the 5th inning. Well, don't miss WB Mason's extra innings today right after the game. Can't go wrong when you buy right at WB Mason. DC and Jim Rice will be live on Yawkey Way with John Farrell's post-game reaction. They'll also have Runes Castillo's press conference live today whenever that takes place.
I think that was scheduled to happen if everything was finalized today to happen after the ball game today.
He and Ben Cherington both at some point today. We'll have a press conference in the interview room. It'll be live on Nesson. The Red Sox for the next 7 years. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Swing and a miss, and Betts down on strikes as Wilhelmsen gets his second strikeout. 2 down here in the 5th inning.
And a huge strikeout with the bases loaded in the 4th inning to end that inning against Mike Napoli. Now gets Mookie Betts with a fastball on the outside part of the plate.
Two down, Middlebrooks at first, and David Ross, a double in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th inning. This double drove in a run in the 2nd, picked up his 14th RBI of the year. Action in the Mariners pen. Charlie Furbush up in the pen. Born in South Portland, Maine. Brooks at first base, 2 down here in the 5th inning. There's a strike, and it's 1-2 now to Ross. Chris Young, the starter today for the Mariners, 3 2/3, 7 hits, 3 runs. Walked 5, struck out 2. Tom Wilhelmsen at the final out of the 4th has the first 2 outs here of the 5th. Ross fouls it off and stays alive. Summer is in full swing, and so are specially priced Red Sox tickets for students. Student tickets are available for every Sox game. Tickets start at just $9. So go to redsox.com/student to take advantage of this great offer today.
Not a lot of chance to see games at Fenway after tomorrow. Most of the games are on the road the remainder of the season. A couple of 10-day road trips for the Red Sox and 6-7 game homestands.
Look at the upcoming schedule for the Red Sox after the game tomorrow. We'll be off to Toronto for 3. Day off on Thursday with 4. Wraparound series in Tampa Bay, and then 3 in New York. Come home to take on Toronto and Baltimore very briefly. And then it's back out again. Kansas City, Pittsburgh, and Baltimore. As Ross strikes out. So that will end the 5th inning. Back-to-back strikeouts for Wilhelmsen, 3 in all. It's 7-3 Seattle. mixed martial arts organization September the 5th at Foxwoods Resort Casino. For tickets, visit foxwoods.com. Foxwoods, an official sponsor of the Boston Red Sox. Top of the 6th inning, 7-3. The Mariners have the lead over the Red Sox. Chris Taylor leading it off. Alex Wilson back on the mound again for Boston. Taylor has struck out swinging and singled to right. Scored a run in the 4th inning. In there for a strike, and it's 0-2. The home plate area now in the shadows. Wilson has retired all 5 Mariners that he's faced since coming into the game.
And a lot more regular work recently, too, for Wilson. Pitching very well.
Strike 3 call over the outside corner. Taylor didn't think so. Takes with him the first strikeout for Alex Wilson. 1 down.
Slide it to the outside part of the plate, maybe a little bit off the outside edge, but gets the call. I think even Wilson was a little bit surprised at that strike call.
1 out in the 6th, then Jesus Sucre, the batter, 2 for 2 from his number 9 spot. Singling to left in the 2nd, singled to left and scored in the 4th. Strike 2. Wilson threw 2 perfect innings Tuesday night against LA. 7th and 8th inning. Flared foul off to the right, and we'll do it again. 0-2. It's now going 7 2/3 scoreless. Fouled off to the right, out of play. Swing and a miss. Chase the breaking ball. Sucre strikes out. Back-to-back Ks. 2-0 now for Alex Wilson. Now tomorrow, catch an all-new episode of NESN Clubhouse, where kids run the show. Is a college or MLB ball easier to grip? Find out at the Baseball Lab. Plus, learn what it's like to apply mud to a baseball. And Mike Timlin shows us how to cover home plate. Don't miss NESN Clubhouse live and commercial-free tomorrow at noon. Foul down the right field line and out of play. Two down here in the 6th inning. Austin Jackson, the batter. He's grounded out to short, grounded out to third, singled and scored. Fouled back, 1-2. Amazingly, this is the 5th stint of the year for Alex Wilson with the Red Sox. Called from Pawtucket 5 different times. Made his major league debut with the Red Sox last year. Swinging a foul tip held onto for strike 3, and Wilson strikes out the side in order. Show your employees a good time than treating them to a night at Fenway Park. Go to redsox.com/groups to book your company outing now. That's on to the bottom of the 6th inning. 7-3 Seattle on top of Boston. And the top of the Red Sox order coming up against a new pitcher. Portland, Maine native Charlie Furbush into the game for the Mariners. 53rd appearance, 1-5. The 3.82 earned run average. 39 strikeouts to 8 walks, and opponents hitting at .263 against Furbush. Takes over for Tom Wilhelmsen and went an inning and a third. Giving him no hits, no runs. He walked a batter and struck out 3. More action in the Mariners pen as Danny Farquhar is warming. Starter for the Mariners, Chris Young, lasted just 3 2/3. There is Brock Holt, top of the Red Sox order, to lead it off here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Fouled off down the left field line, out of play.
Obviously a little disappointing for the Mariners when you have this kind of a lead in the ball game. You wouldn't think you would have to go to the bullpen as much as they have already and will for the remainder of this ball game. But it's whatever it takes.
Tied for the lead in the wild card scenario heading into today's games. What a turnaround for the Mariners, really. I mean, you think about the way things have been for them over the years, and Lloyd McClendon's done a terrific job. They're 69-58. Rolled over foul, and it's 1-2 to Brock Holt.
A lot of the credit also goes to Robinson Cano.
Yes.
Coming over from the Yankees. Kind of a surprise, I thought, in the offseason, going out to Seattle.
Now, they showed they were willing to give him years and money.
And they did plenty of that.
Swing and a miss. Holt lunges after that pitch and strikes out. First out of the 6th inning.
And Holt's so good at staying in against lefties, but this lefty in particular is a little bit difficult because he's down about 3/4, and that big sweeping breaking ball has Holt fooled that time. Some guys are easy to stay in there against than others, and Furbush a little bit tough on left-handed hitters.
One out here in the 6th inning for Dustin Pedroia. 3-hit game for Dustin today. A double in the first, single in the second, single in the 4th inning. Pedroia with 3 of the Red Sox 7 hits on the day. Shadows have encompassed the entire home plate area, making their way out towards the mound as play late afternoon baseball. In the dirt for ball 1. I got a piece of Sucre, the catcher. These aerial views of Boston and Fenway Park are brought to you by Hood, the official dairy of the Boston Red Sox. To follow the Hood Blimp and enter to win prizes this summer, visit the Hood Facebook page or follow at Hood Blimp on Twitter. Swing and a miss, and Pedroia is down on strikes. Back-to-back Ks for Furbush. 2 down.
He stayed with the breaking ball to Holt, and he stays with it to Pedroia down and in. Pick up the strikeout. So the bullpen has done very, very well since coming in the game here for Seattle.
Don Orsillo, Jerry Remy, Gary Streisky from Fenway Park. It is game 2 of a 3-game series between the Red Sox and the Mariners. Red Sox jumped out to a 3-0 advantage in this game, but Seattle was 7 in the 4th inning. They've taken a 7-3 lead. Red Sox bat with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th, and David Ortiz, the batter. Swing and a miss. 92 on the fastball. Last 7 outs in this game have all been strikeouts. Alex Wilson striking out the side in order in the 6th inning on the hill for the Red Sox, and Tom Wilhelmsen had 2 strikeouts in the 5th. Furbush has the first 2 strikeouts here of the 6th. Bullpen's trading strikeouts right now as Furbush backs off. Shift for the Mariners on the right side with Seager, the third baseman, coming to the right side, and Cano in short right. They'll skip in for ball 1. David red hot coming into today's game. 8 for his last 10, but has fouled out, popped out, and walked. 3 plate appearances today. Did he go? No, he did not, says Larry Vanover. Holt struck out. Pedroia struck out. Ortiz ahead here, 2-1. Look out, and Ortiz gets hit on the hand. Hand or wrist. He's holding on to the wrist right now.
That fastball just kept running back inside, and Ortiz had no chance to get out of the way of it. Tell whether it got him on the wrist, the elbow, somewhere on the left arm, I believe.
So Ortiz down to first base, hit with the pitch with 2 down. Lloyd McClendon coming out. Was Cespedes coming up. Danny Farquhar has been in the pen, and he's coming into this game. So Furbush leaves with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Bank. Jameson and Lee will be joined by former Patriots tight end Jermaine Wiggins to recap last night's preseason action in Foxborough. Plus, Bill Belichick takes us inside his post-game video analysis. That's all tonight at 10 on NESN. Now 2 down here in the 6th inning as Charlie Furbush hits David Ortiz in the elbow. It appeared inside of the elbow, and Danny Farquhar comes into the game. 52nd appearance, 1-1 with a 2.68 earned run average, 62 strikeouts in 53 2/3. An opponent's hitting at 220 against the right-hander. Comes in to face Yoenis Cespedes with 2 down and Ortiz at first base. Cespedes, they're going to call a balk. Ortiz will go to second base.
Yeah, did not stop. There was no stop when he came down to his set position, and that's why they call the balk. Up and just delivered the home plate, and Angel Hernandez calling the balk.
Cespedes with a sac fly in the first inning. Doubled and scored in the 3rd. Walked in the 4th inning. Big swing and a miss there for Cespedes. Farquhar in his 52nd appearance, a new career high for him in appearances. No runs in 41 of 51 appearances. Fly ball down the right field line towards the pole, but that will go foul. Is up and in, and 94 has Cespedes dancing out of the way.
Yeah, Cespedes had to do some quick footwork right there to get out of the way of that high and in fastball, and it's getting a little bit difficult to see out there with those shadows creeping out too.
Bouncing in, gets away, and Ortiz will head for third base. Kicks off Sucre all the way back to the backstop. Wild pitch charged to Farquhar.
Tried to snap off the breaking ball right there. Gets away from Sucre, and Ortiz up a base. The Red Sox with a man at third with 2 outs.
Cespedes hits a fly ball out towards right center field. Austin Jackson calling and catching. The final out of the 6th inning. Wynn took it down. Red Sox can't score. 7-3. Mariners have the lead over the Red Sox. Top half of the 7th inning, and Dustin Ackley leading it off and taking strike one. Alex Wilson back on the mound. That was his 31st pitch. Done a terrific job so far in 2 2/3 innings. He struck out 3 and tired everybody that he's faced so far. Tough part of the order here. 2, 3, and 4. Ackley, Cano, and Morales. Trying to stretch out Alex Wilson a little bit today after the Red Sox starter Brandon Workman went just 3 1/3, giving up 10 hits, 7 runs. Walked a batter, struck out 3, and currently on the hook. Workman came into the game with a record of 1-7. Outside for ball 3. There's a strike, full count. Mariners scoring all of their runs in one inning. The 4th inning, 7 runs on 7 hits in that inning. Fouled off to the left, out of play. Ackley left. Cespedes going back towards the corner, and Cespedes will make the catch in fair ground right in front of that 3:10 marker for the first out of the 7th inning. One out for Robinson Cano. 0 for 3 today, striking out swinging in the 1st inning. Since then has grounded out twice to his counterpart at second base in Dustin Pedroia. Cano came into the game hitting at .330, and he gets hit in the back. Warnings will be handed out here by home plate umpire Angel Hernandez. So Ortiz was hit. Cespedes kind of a late reaction to a fastball up and in, and now Cano is hit in the back. And warnings have been handed out.
That's a little bit surprising because I don't think David was hit intentionally, and they come back and they hit Cano. So they're evened up at 1-1, but first we'll take a look at David Ortiz getting it on the wrist or the forearm.
So first base runner to reach against Wilson. Now Morales lines out, trying to turn it into 2, but not enough time. Cano able to get back to the bag. Morales lines out to Pedroia, 2 down. So 2 down for Kyle Seager. Seager singled in the 2nd, singled in the 4th, fly to right in the 5th. Fouls it off to the left.
You never know what the thought process is, obviously, with pitchers and hitters, but with a 7-3 lead, you know, that's why I didn't think it was intentional when I think they were just trying to come inside on Ortiz, and then of course the Red Sox retaliate.
Ground ball to first. Napoli grabs it and tags the bag to end the inning. Seventh inning stretch from Fenway, 7-3 Seattle. For the Red Sox, into the bottom of the seventh inning we go. Robinson Cano hit and warnings handed out here by home plate umpire Angel Hernandez. Napoli, Nava, and Middlebrooks to bat in the bottom of the seventh inning. Red Sox trailing by 4 runs. Napoli with a walk in the first inning, sac fly in the third, and then struck out in the fourth inning. And how's this one foul? Napoli missing the last couple of games with the back spasms. Back in the lineup today. Down 0-2.
Cut fastball down and away that time from Napoli. Pretty good pitch.
Fouled back and out of play. More action for the Red Sox in the pen as Shinichi Tozawa warms. Napoli strikes out for the first out of the seventh inning.
When you think back of that one inning where a couple of Red Sox got buzzed, certainly the first one was David Ortiz, who got hit somewhere on that left arm. And then it was a fastball up and in, also on Cespedes in that inning. And that's when the Red Sox came back and drilled Cano in the backside. And as Don mentioned, the warnings were handed out to both sides.
One down here in the seventh inning. Daniel Nava has walked, grounded out, and popped out. This one fouled off at the plate. 1-1. Red Sox had a 3-0 lead today at the end of 3 innings, but the Mariners scored 7 times in the 4th to take a 7-3 lead, and that has been all the scoring in this game, with Boston batting with 1 out here in the 7th. 1-1 to Nava. That's in there for strike 2. Farquhar, the 4th Mariners pitcher of the day. Chris Young did not go long enough to make himself eligible for a victory today. He came in with 12 wins, 12-6, but just 3 2/3, giving up the 3 runs the Red Sox have. Wilhelmsen, Furbush, and now Farquhar out of the pen. Ball 3, full count. Wilson was on a pretty incredible stretch. He had retired 24 straight batters before hitting Cano. This is on the ground into right field. A base hit for Daniel Nava. 1-out single here in the 7th inning. Well, don't miss Red Sox Game Day Live, presented by DCU Digital Federal Credit Union. Tomorrow afternoon at 1, TC and Jim Rice will preview the series finale as Alan Webster takes the mound for the Red Sox, looking for back-to-back solid outings. DCU Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you?
First hit for the Red Sox since going back to the 4th inning.
1 out, 1 on for Will Middlebrooks. He's got a hit today. Single to center field in the 3rd. Oh, almost got away from Sucre. Towards third base, Seager will go to second for 1, on to first for 2, double play that ends the 7th inning. 7-3 Seattle. Wide selection of Green Mountain Coffee K-Cup packs will keep you running and guarantees to satisfy any fan base. Order by 11:30 a.m. and get free same-day delivery. Who but W.B. Mason? Well, it's into the 8th inning. We go 7-3. The Seattle Mariners on top of the Boston Red Sox, and Red Sox will use their third pitcher of the day after 3 2/3 innings of shutout pitching by Alex Wilson. Shinichi Tozawa is into his 60th game of the year. 2-3 with a 3.10 earned run average, 57 strikeouts to 17 walks, and opponents hitting at .262 against Tozawa. Tozawa finished the 8th inning on Thursday night against Los Angeles, going 2/3 of an inning. 2 walks, 2 Ks. He's now appeared in 12 of the last 21 games for the Red Sox this month. He has been busy. Kristen Orfield leading it off here for Seattle in the 8th. Grounded to third base. Middlebrooks will pick it. Oh, the first out of the 8th inning. One down for Andy Chavez coming up. Chavez with a single to center in the 2nd inning. He struck out swinging in the 4th and flied out to center field in the 5th. Action of the pen for Seattle. Right-hander Yorvis Medina.
Seeing a lot of the Seattle bullpen in this one this afternoon.
Chavez fouls it back, and it evens at 1-1. Workman went 3 1/3 the starter. The reliever Alex Wilson went longer than the starter. He went 3 2/3. No hits, no runs, didn't walk anybody, struck out 3 and hit a batter. Hitting Robinson Cano in the 7th. Warnings issued to both sides. Popped up foul out of play. Chavez now, Chris Taylor next on deck. Mariners batting here in the top half of the 8th inning, on top by 4. And a swing and a miss. Chavez down on strikes. First strikeout for Tozawa. 2 down. Now this Toyota Game Break is brought to you by buyatoyota.com, Toyota's official website for deals. TC? All right, Tom, thanks very much. Back inside Fenway Park, 7-3. Mariners on top of the Red Sox, 2 down. And Chris Taylor, the batter, shortstop today for Seattle. Struck out, singled, scored a run, struck out again. Center fielder Mookie Betts over towards right center. Gap out there in left center field. Taylor will take the strike over the outside corner. Says something to Angel Hernandez. Didn't think it was a strike. Shadow's more than halfway to the mound now.
Quite difficult now on hitters. There's no question about that. Pitcher in the sunlight. Home plate completely in the shade.
Another strike called, and again Taylor looking back. He doesn't like strike 1 or strike 2. May have a point, especially that one.
That one was a little bit down and away.
Swing and a miss, gets away from Ross. The fire down to first base, but a hurry, and he just does get him. That turned out to be very close. Back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning. 7.5 done. 7-3 Seattle. The news. C. Sullivan Tire and Auto Service. Your Subaru dealers of New England. Infinity. And by Southwest Airlines. Well, the Mariners on top of the Red Sox 7-3 as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Today's game summary is brought to you by Xfinity. The starting pitcher is not in this game for long. Chris Young goes 3 2/3 innings. Brandon Workman 3 1/3. Workman on the hook. Young not part of the decision. Dustin Ackley a 3-run home run, his 9th of the year, all part of a 7-run 4th inning for the Seattle Mariners, who enjoy a 7-3 lead over the Red Sox. And the Red Sox, Pedroia leading the way offensively, 3-for-4 day with a double. Mariners will employ their 5th pitcher of the day, Yoervis Medina, into the game. His 52nd appearance, 4-2. 2.34 earned run average, 40 strikeouts at 20 walks, and opponents hitting at 200 against Medina. Mookie Betts to lead it off for the Red Sox here in the last of the 8th inning. Betts walked in the 2nd, reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd, struck out swinging in the 5th. Center fielder Austin Jackson a step or two towards right center for Betts to go the other way.
Good velocity on that fastball from Medina at 95 miles an hour. Strong pitching. We talked about the pitching coming into this series for the Mariners. Not only out of their starters, but also very good bullpen.
Wilhelmsen, Furbush, Farquhar, now Medina. They have combined to give up only 1 hit since the bullpen became part of this game. Farquhar ends up going an inning and a third, giving up that hit. A single to Nava. No runs, no walks, had a strikeout. 8 strikeouts today for Mariners pitching. Three and one now to Mookie Betts. With David Ross on deck, and then the top of the order, Brock Holt, expected here in the bottom of the 8th, with Burke Badenhop up in the Boston pen. Strike 2, full count. Red Sox have lost 6 in a row coming into today's game. That's will foul it off to the right. Line to left. Ackley going back. Going to be over his head. One off the wall. Heading to second is Mookie Betts. First hit of the day for Betts, and it's a double to start the bottom of the 8th.
That second time has been on. He's going to walk back in the second inning. Now a very hard hit ball. A line shot up over the head of Dustin Ackley in left field. Fastball right down the middle, and very quick hands that time for Mookie Betts. Hey, the ball jumps off his bat.
Well, that's second base to begin things here in the 8th inning. David Ross coming up.
Watch him quite a bit during batting practice and also in games, and very quick wrists.
Ross takes strike 1. Ross doubled in the second inning, struck out in the 4th, struck out in the 5th. He's doubled back in the second, drove in a run, his 14th RBI of the year. Thought about it. Did he go? They check. No, he did not, says Vic Carapazza. Bouncing in. 2-1. Dean a little wild here as he comes into the 8th inning. Gives up the double to Betts. Falls behind Ross, a number 9 man. 2-1. That's 36 games. Medina's gone 3-1 with a 1.28 ERA. And a foul. These aerial views of Boston at Fenway Park are brought to you by Hood, the official dairy of the Boston Red Sox. To follow the Hood Blimp, enter to win prizes this summer, visit Hood Facebook page or follow at Hood Blimp on Twitter. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here. Medina. Deals with Ross now. Brock Holt next. Ross may have gone around. They check. Yes, he did, and they ring him up. First out of the 8th inning. And Ross better be careful here. He's now headed out to talk to the umpire.
Well, the umpire gave him a warning to go back to the dugout, and that's enough.
Now he's gone.
Ross was obviously upset when he was going down the first base line and he got the bad news, and then the umpire kind of gave him a motion to go back to the dugout. Ross didn't do that. He kept out after the first base umpire. That's when he threw him out of the game.
As you said, it was kind of like a warning.
It was. It almost was like a warning, like don't, like stop now, or I'm going to have to throw you out. And on the check swing, it's so hard to tell. Here's where Ross gets the bad news. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. And stop now, and you know.
Asking him where he's going. He kept coming. Now he did. So runner at second, 1 down. Brock Holt, the batter.
Tensions and tempers are high here this afternoon.
A little bit.
At Fenway.
Brock Holt is single in the first inning, lined out in the second. Vasquez is going to be in this game now. Didn't plan on it. Holt struck out in the 4th, struck out in the 6th. Now takes the strike, 1-1. Didn't like the call. Thought it was low. It was David Ross's first career ejection.
And who would think it'd be on a check swing? He's played a long time. A lot of games behind the plate.
Holt fouls it off to the left, out of play. Pedroia on deck. Red Sox batting here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss, and Holt strikes out for the 3rd time today. 2 down in the 8th. Second strikeout for Medina.
Very good hard slider by Medina down in the strike zone to Brock Holt.
Two outs here in the 8th, and it brings up Pedroia. He has doubled, singled, and singled again before striking out in the 6th inning. Leads the Red Sox offensively today with 3 hits, 3 of the 9 Boston hits. And he bats with Mookie Betts at second base and 2 down. He'll take strike 1. Medina's given up only 4 earned runs in the last 28 2/3 innings.
Looks like Kelly Johnson has come out on deck to hit for Ortiz, who was hit in the arm, the forearm it looked like.
On the ground at first base, gathered by Morales. He'll take it to the bag, and that'll take us to the 9th inning. It's 7-3 Seattle. Lowest prices to all the games at Fenway, all the 200% guarantee. Right now, Ace Ticket has special savings on all Red Sox games. Visit Ace Ticket or call 1-800-MySeats. 7-3 Seattle on top of Boston as we head to the top of the 9th inning, and with David Ross ejected, Christian Vazquez comes into the game for the Red Sox. A new battery entirely as Burke Badenhop comes in. His 58th appearance, 0-2 with a 2.59 earned run average. 33 strikeouts to 17 walks, and opponents hitting at 275 against Badenhop. Takes over for Tazawa, who worked a 1-2-3 8th inning with 2 strikeouts. And a first pitch strike to Jesus Sucre, the catcher for the Mariners. On the ground to the backhand for Middlebrooks. Long throw, but he'll get it there in plenty of time. Well, tomorrow at 12:30, don't miss Red Sox first pitch presented by Men's Warehouse, proudly introducing Joseph Aboud. TC and Jim will recap the Red Sox homestand. That's tomorrow afternoon at 12:30 on NESN. Fernando Rodney, the closer up for the Mariners, able to save last night's game for Seattle. Non-save situation at the moment, but he is up and warming with 1 out here in the 9th.
I guess when you get to this time of season and the position the Mariners are in, everything's a save situation, right?
I guess so. And they're excited in Seattle once again. It has really been a very long time since they have been in any kind of postseason conversation. to shortstop. Brock Holt plays the high hop for the second out of the ninth. Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox, now offers walk-in urgent care in Chestnut Hill. It's open 10 hours a day for minor emergencies, and every patient is seen by a board-certified emergency medicine physician. For more, visit bidmc.org/Chestnut Hill. 2 outs in the top of the ninth inning. Dustin Ackley, the batter. Ackley has walked, stolen a base, lined out to left, hit a 3-run home run in the 4th inning, and then flied out to the warning track in left in the 7th. Mariners have not had a hit since the 4th inning. Only one base runner has reached since the 4th. That was the hit batsman in Robinson Cano in the 7th. Red Sox bullpen has been terrific. Alex Wilson, Junichi Tozawa, and now Burke Badenhop.
Yeah, both bullpens in this game have been outstanding.
On the ground to third base, Middlebrooks again to the backhand. Another good throw and a 1-2-3 ninth for Badenhop. On to the bottom of the ninth, 7-3 Seattle. Supporting the communities they serve. For every home run the Red Sox hit the rest of the season, Alltown will donate $500 to the Cystic Fibrosis Multiple Sclerosis Foundation. Visit cfmsfund.org for more information. A beautiful day in Boston. Not so much on the scoreboard. Seattle with a 7-3 lead. Red Sox with work to do as they come to bat here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Kelly Johnson's going to lead it off, and still in the game, Yoervis Medina, who worked the eighth, back out there to start the ninth. They get to Beimel and Fernando Rodney warming in the pen, but they start with Medina. Kelly Johnson pinch hitting here for David Ortiz. Ortiz leaving the game with a left elbow contusion after being hit by a pitch. I want to remind you that the press conference for Rusney Castillo will be right after the game, so please stay with us for that. Live here from Fenway Park, along with Ben Cherington, the Vice President and General Manager of the Red Sox. Fouled off to the left hand. It's 0-2. This will bounce in for ball one, 1-2. Johnson, Cespedes, Napoli expected in the bottom of the ninth inning, trailing by 4 runs. Fernando Rodney, the closer. Joe Beimel also out there. Johnson strikes out looking for the first out of the ninth inning. Third strikeout for Medina. Stay tuned today following WB Mason's extra innings for Red Sox Final presented by Esurance. TC and Jim Rice will be live on Yawkey Way. The latest on Rusney Castillo, including his press conference coming up right after the game. One out in the ninth inning. Yoenis Cespedes. Sac fly today, a double, a walk, and a fly out. He'll take strike one. Medina with 3 strikeouts since coming into the game. He was greeted by a leadoff double by Mookie Betts. Since then, he's retired the next 4 Red Sox in a row, 3 by way of the K. Tomorrow, the finale of this 3-game series between the Red Sox and the Mariners. Alan Webster against Hisashi Iwakuma. Iwakuma's 12-6 with a 2.57 earned run average. Another good starting pitcher going tomorrow for the Mariners. Fouled off down the right field line, 1-2. Mike Napoli on deck. Red Sox batting in the ninth. Outside, 2-2. Center fielder Austin Jackson, step or two towards right center. Swing and a miss, and Cespedes down on strikes. Back-to-back Ks for Medina, 2 down. 4 strikeouts for Medina. Now the press room getting ready for the Rusney Castillo press conference coming up right after the ball game here from Fenway Park. Red Sox announcing the signing of Rusney Castillo. 2 down in the ninth. Mike Napoli, the batter.
Yeah, 4 strikeouts to Medina since coming in this ball game. 3 of them have been on the slider.
Napoli today has walked, at a sac fly, then back-to-back strikeouts. Right now, Lloyd McClendon just riding the hot hand in Yoervis Medina. Inning and 2/3. Had people ready in the pen, but Medina getting the job done here. Napoli will take the strike, which evens the count at 1-1. So throwing hard, 96 miles an hour in that last pitch.
Throwing hard with a hard-breaking slider to go along with it.
On the outside corner with it, it's 1-2.
There's that slider again, and it just breaks so late.
Outside, 2-2. On deck for Boston, Daniel Nava, but there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. Napoli strikes out, and the Seattle Mariners take the ball game. The Red Sox dropping today's contest, and Boston has now lost 7 games in a row. So the Mariners winning today 7-3. We'll step aside and come back with more from Fenway right after this.